This hotel, the Europa, one of the most famous hotels in the world. Like, it even appears in Jack Higgins novels, as a backdrop. The Europa was opened in 1971. When we got to 1994 and the ceasefires, it was the most bombed building in post-Second World War Europe, right up to the start of the Yugoslav Civil War. The building that inherits that dubious record is the Holiday Inn in Sarajevo during the Yugoslav Civil War. Why was the Europa bombed so much? Well, it was a symbol of normality, but there was also a very strategic reason for it. And by the way, the top floor is the Clinton suite, because that's where President Clinton stayed on his visits to Belfast. Some people talk about mindless violence, and there was violence here which was horrific and brutal, just seemed frenzied. There was violence that was extremely strategic. It was mindful violence. When the conflict was raging, virtually all the international press and media who came here stayed in the Europa. They had banks of rooms with facilities for the journalists. So, if the IRA bombed the hotel, and they never killed anybody, the bombs were mostly about propaganda. You experience an evacuation or a bomb process, and you write for the Boston Globe, what are you going to write about? What's your copy home going to be? The bombing incident at your hotel in Belfast last night. So the world heard about Belfast, and the idea was, well, what's happening over there? Why is this happening? And it was an opportunity for Republicans to get their agenda onto the global scale. So it was strategic violence. Thus, it was repeatedly bombed, and it survived. That's the remarkable thing as well. It survived. We couldn't have stood here once upon a time, guys, as we're standing now. Like most of Belfast, from the macro scale to the micro scale, this area had a security apparatus around it, checkpoints. People were searched coming in and out. Vehicles would not have been parked up here like this. The building would have been immediately evacuated for fear of bomb attack. So the fact that we're even standing here, happily talking, chatting and recording about it, that normality of behaviour is a symbol of very changed times, atmosphere and behaviours.